So there's a lot of choices for solar panels, whether they're hard mounted, foldable. Get out of here. Bees. Or I guess that was technically a wasp, not a bee. So anyways, there's a lot of choices out there for portable or hard mounted solar panels. We have a hard mounted solar panel on our trailer. I've been looking at getting a portable solar panel for our rig, our Nissan Xterra. And despite all the controversy on this solar panel, it was on for a good price. And there's a lot of reviews up and down. So I thought I would test it myself and give you guys my honest review, as I am not sponsored by Dokio. This is their 160 watt foldable solar panel. It's got Velcros. Now I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this solar panel, but many may have not, because I didn't really see any reviews on it until I searched for it. But it wasn't one of those solar panels that just pops up on your search feed when you're typing in for solar panels. Now on the back, when you fold it up, you actually have a pouch to carry your cords and your converter from solar to charge your battery. So you got the battery clips, you've got the cable to connect into, and you got your little 12 volt charger. Easy plug-in to the charger, to the battery, however you're hooking it up, or even you got cables to plug into your solar generator. So this 160 watt foldable solar panel is going to be hooked up straight to our battery on our Nissan Xterra, and then we'd be running our diesel heater or refrigerator right off of that battery. Despite the reviews, the reason I chose this Dokio solar panel is because it's 160 watts. I was looking for a foldable solar panel at a budget price. And now, if you don't know about solar panels, they'll say it's 160 watts, but they never actually, with full sun, ever reach their full wattage of what they're saying is going to put out. So 100 watt solar panel is not going to put out 100 watt solar into your system. It just, every review out there, you'll see that they're always in ways falling short. You have to have the perfect angle, the perfect amount of sun. At the end of the day, you have to have the best conditions to get that full 100 watts. And most of the time, the solar panels out there in a budget aren't going to reach those expectations. So I went with the 160 so that I could be closer to or above that 100 watts that I wanted, that I want for the Nissan Xterra. So let's go to the Nissan. We're going to hook this up. We got 2:10 in the afternoon. It's slight foggy. It's a slight smoky phase outside. It's actually a lot clearer than what they were saying on the weather network. We have a beautiful sun coming in, so this will be a great time to put this to the test and see how much amperage is coming from this 160 watt solar panel into the Nissan Xterra. We have the 160 watt Dokio solar panel set up against the Nissan. The controller is sitting here, not plugged in. It's plugged into the battery, but not actually plugged into the solar panel. And we're sitting at 12.4 volts. So we got nice direct sun coming right at the solar panels, or solar panel. We got some clouds rolling in. But otherwise, nice clear, straight sun. So again, we're going to pull up the voltmeter. So we've got 12.41, 12.4 without the solar panel actually plugged in. So I'm going to get this plugged in here. All right. So we got the cable. Plug it in. Make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing. So battery is 24.6. You can actually hit this button, will turn off your auxiliary power going out if you had a light or something. You actually have USB ports here to charge your phone if you wanted to, with 5 volt 2 amp max out. So the solar panel is feeding 4.7 volts into the battery. As you can see, the voltmeter is going up and down with the solar panel. The load is 0. The PV 2.2 amps, 1 amp. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Now with if you have the right ample amount of angle and sun coming in, I believe we should be getting around 6 amps to the solar panel, or from the solar panel, sorry. Can I just get this to sit nicely for us? So, again, it's a little hazy from the smoke. Still got a good amount of sun coming through. Maybe if we angle this a little bit more, maybe we'll get more of a feed coming in of better amps. So you can see we've jumped up there for a second. We had jumped up actually to 3.3 amps. Now we're down again. There's actually, I just skipped it again. There's a battery voltage or temperature reading. So it's reading that the battery is sitting at 32.6 degrees. So again, we're feeding, or the battery's sitting at 4.7, 4.5. We're feeding at 4.4 volts. No load, because we have nothing coming off. Now what I could do is we can grab our bigger fridge. What we'll do is quickly unplug this and see what is actually the battery sitting at. So we're hovering around 12.9, maybe 12.8. What I'm going to do is I'm going to plug in our 75 liter fridge and get it to turn on, which will put a load on the battery to see if this amps is going to raise up to the 6 amps, because right now the solar is not needing to feed the battery because the battery's closer to being full. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me all right. I am going to the back of the Xterra and you guys are going to stay recording at the front, and I'm going to record myself back here. So we've got no power at our 75 liter fridge. We'll plug it in here. This has not been pre-cooled. This has been sitting in the garage. It's really hard to see. Very hard to see. But it's saying it's eco low mode. It's sitting at 19 degrees and 18 degrees. It's kicked on. There's nothing in here. Again, it's a dual zone. I believe both are set to like 6 degrees. Yeah. So we're gonna see what this thing is doing here, since you can see and I can't. So there we go. Now we're asking 6 amps, 5 amps. So because we were asking for power, it is providing it. At the end of the day, we can say that this solar panel is doing what it needs to do in full sunlight. Now a cloud just decided to block the solar rays, the sun. So what we should do before I end this is quickly go back and see what it's reading. It's a fair sized cloud. So fair size cloud, blocking, not direct sun, is providing 1.5 amps now, and we're sitting at 13.3 volts on the battery. Okay, I just kicked on that fridge again, but I want to quickly see with the clouds how much amperage is this going to pull. See, we're dropping down to 12.6 volts on the battery, and we're 1.9 amps coming into the battery. So on a cloudy day, even though we're drawing power, this solar panel is providing basically 2 amps. We're full sun again, no clouds in the way. So now we're going to kick on that fridge one more time to confirm that we're jumping up to 6 amps when we are under load requiring power to the battery. All right, fridge is on. Full sun. 3.7, 4, 5. There we go. 6.7 amps. Full sun. So on a cloudy day, we could expect 1 to 1.6 amps. And on a full sunny day, we can expect between, what are we at now? 5 and 6 amps. I'm no expert, but from my understanding, that is exactly what we want to see on a budget solar panel, is getting good amperage when we have good conditions. And it's, again, only providing a little bit of amperage when we are maintaining the battery versus a lot of amps when we are pulling a load from the battery. Now we will be doing further tests. We have a 4-day camping trip coming up, so we'll be doing more tests there. But I can say with this quick test today and review of being in cloudy conditions versus full sun, pulling a load and not pulling a load, we have more of an understanding of the amperage that this thing is providing. And again, the usability of moving it around when the sun is moving throughout the day. Whereas our trailer solar panel is fixed mounted, so wherever we have that trailer set up, that's the best sun it's going to get unless we're moving the trailer around with the sun. And you can't always do that in certain camp areas. And again, you don't really want to be setting up and tearing down camp just to get your sun. Of course, with that type of solar panel fully mounted like that, you would do your best to set up so that you're getting as ample sun as you can get. But with this, we could be running it off the Xterra, or we could be connecting it to that trailer and helping it out at cloudy times, or in a situation where that solar panel just isn't getting any sun, where we can move this one to get sun. The plan is to get a longer cable. I have to do a little bit more research on how that's going to affect the charging capabilities on extending the length of cable. So once I do that, you guys will know. So there's my quick review on the Dokio, and we will see you in the next video.